So in this video, I want to talk about the main things that you should consider before moving or traveling to another country. Let's go.
Subscribe now.
So the world is opened up again, even here where I am in the Philippines. You now don't need a vaccine, only a vaccine test to be able to fly into the country. And they have just recently said that you don't need to wear a mask inside or outside. Everybody seems to still be wearing a mask. So I'm gonna see what malls and other places do since this is so new. But it seems that even in stricter countries like the Philippines, it's pretty wide open to travel. So you've been itching to go somewhere, either to have a vacation or to move. What are some of the things that you should look into? I wanna look into that in this video. So the first thing that I think a lot of people look at when considering where to go is the beauty of a place. Now for you, beauty might be a tropical island with beautiful clear water, or it might be a lot of beautiful, amazing historical structures. So whatever that looks like for you, I would really be looking at those type of areas. I know for me, even though history is of some interest to me, if I'm gonna get away, I really like a place that's gonna take my breath away, gonna help me to feel relaxed and calm. And so for me, a place like the Philippines really checks off that list. For me, there's a lot of amazing, beautiful islands here to be able to travel to. I live in the city. Can't say it's super beautiful where I live in the city, but I know that not too far away, I could get somewhere that I'm gonna really enjoy. Second thing that a lot of people want to consider when it comes to traveling to another country is cost. So a lot of people would think that places, especially where I am in Southeast Asia, are cheap, don't cost too much, but that really depends. I think that when it comes to inexpensive travel, there's definitely other places in the world that cost less than the Philippines. Here, things like accommodation or things like food are actually pretty pricey if you want to get something that's the same standard that you would expect in your own country. I've been looking at a lot of other travelers that I know, people that I've talked to that have gone to places like Thailand or Vietnam, and I really find that those places are far less expensive than the Philippines for when it comes to things like accommodation or things like food. Of course, you can get very inexpensive accommodation and food here in the Philippines, but if you're traveling from a Western country, chances are you're not gonna really love the places that would be super cheap. However, there's a lot of things overall that are pretty expensive where I am. So check out cost, not just what it costs for the locals, but what it costs for you as a traveler and what your standards would be. The third thing that I think is very important to look at before traveling to another country is safety. A lot of people where I am here at the Philippines often will tell me it's a bit dangerous with this or that. But I gotta say, compared to living in the US, I feel very safe here in the Philippines. In the US, it's pretty obvious. You go down certain streets or you walk past certain people and it's a little bit scary. However, in the Philippines, I've almost never ever felt that. I feel very safe here. That said, when you're traveling to other countries, you really have to make sure that you're not judging by the standards of your own country. In the US, danger is pretty obvious. In the Philippines, where I am, danger is a lot more hidden. So here, bad things definitely do happen, but I think they happen behind the scenes. I think they happen less frequently. But nonetheless, you still have to make sure that you're going to a place that's safe and that you really understand local rules, local customs, and what you could do in a country that's really going to upset people and put your life potentially in danger. Fourth thing that I think is worth looking at if you're going to stay in a country, especially for a long time, would be what the other expats are like there. You know, in the Philippines, I've been here for almost 3 years or so now. Started coming here about 4 years ago. And I gotta say, when I think of the expats here in the Philippines, at least where I am in Cebu City, I just haven't been super impressed. A lot of the people that are here are just not people that I would really connect with in my home country, and I wouldn't connect with here either. So it's taken me a lot longer to make some good friends here. However, I think that there's other communities in the Philippines, for example, Dumaguete and other places where it seems like there's a much better group of foreign expats that are living there. So if this is the kind of thing that matters to you, I would definitely join some foreign expat groups on Facebook, talk to others that live here, and see what the expat scene is like. And last, but definitely not least, I would say the number one thing that you should look into before going to another country is what the people are like. What's communication like? Are they going to understand your language if you don't know their language? How friendly are they? How hospitable are they? Are they going to be likely to make friends? And so here in the Philippines, I gotta say for me, Filipinos are the most friendly people I've ever been around. However, in terms of things like making friendships, that's also hard here. People are quite often shy around foreigners, or just maybe more comfortable with other Filipinos. And so though I have some wonderful Filipino friends here, I'd have to say that that is one of the challenges living in the Philippines, is making friends with local, getting to know others. And so that's something that I would ask you to consider as well. If you have traveled to another country, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. What do you think are some of the most important things to think through before moving or even traveling to another place? Let me know in the comments below. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you waiting for? I would love your support. And as always, guys, thank you for taking the time to watch, and take care.
Oh, I think you're so